back to Grace's room. So, one of the comments that I seem to be noticing a lot under like my Instagram posts and like on YouTube when I used to be able to have comments and stuff was that I look like Selena Gomez. People would tell me that I look like her, and personally I don't really see the resemblance. I mean, it's definitely a compliment because she's so gorgeous, but I never really saw it, and even some of my friends say it sometimes too. And she did a video with Vogue where she showed them her makeup routine, it's like her day to night one. And so I thought that it would be really fun if I tried copying her makeup routine and maybe seeing if I can see a little bit of resemblance. And also just because I think it'd be really fun to try it out. Like I said, she's so gorgeous, so I think it'd be so cool just to sort of almost like transform into her a little bit. I don't know. But I chose a selection of products here that I thought sort of matched the ones that she used in the video. She has her own brand called Rare Beauty, and while the products on there do look really good, and she actually used some of them in her routine, they're not in any stores here in Australia, and it'll probably take a while to order them, so I just tried to choose some ones that I thought were somewhat similar to it. So I guess we should just get started. I'm really excited. Okay, so I'm all ready to get started now. I've also done my hair like she has it in the video, just in a ponytail. So I guess let's start watching the video. Okay. So the first thing that she does is she puts cleanser on her face, and I've already done that. It's just like a basic step in my skincare routine that I always do. But she mentions that she has more oily and dry skin, and I thought that was cool because that's a little bit like how mine is too. Like I have it's like a dry around here, but it's also a bit oily in my T-zone, so kind of similar in that way. Anyway, next she puts on some moisturizer, and I've also done that too, but then she puts on some sunscreen, and I have not done that. I don't usually put on sunscreen. I probably should be though, because it's a good thing to make sure you're keeping your face and skin all protected from the sun, especially since it's, oh no, it's no longer summer here, but it's still a bit, the weather's still a bit warm here. Anyway, so I've just got a bit of sunscreen here, so I'll quickly put some of that on. Okay, so the sunscreen is all on now, so let's keep watching. Alright, so now she puts on some foundation. She's using a foundation from her Rare Beauty brand, but like I said, I also don't have that, so I'm just going to be using this foundation here from Beauty Blender. It's the Bounce foundation. It's a really cool packaging as well. It's like made so you can dip it with your Beauty Blender right here. But anyway, I'm just going to put some of that on. She puts it on like in a bit of like a dot form, rather than, you know, just going in with a Beauty Blender and, I don't know, putting it all over your face. So oh no, I just got the foundation all over my top. Okay, let's keep going then. But I'm just going to try and dot that all over my face like she did. Okay, and now I'm just going to blend it all in. Alright guys, so I'm back. My foundation is all blended, and as you might be able to tell, I did have to have a quick costume change because that foundation was not moving, and now Mum's going to quickly wash it so it doesn't stain my top. Anyway, that's besides the point. Let's keep on going on with this makeup routine. Alright, so now she's going to be using some concealer. Yeah, and she just sort of just puts it in the usual areas, just like the T-zone area, but I think she mixes two colors. I don't really need to do that, it's just a personal preference thing. But I do have two sort of similar ones here from The Ordinary, their new concealer here, and I think I might just use the lighter one. I think it's this one here. Okay, anyway, and she sort of dotted it along her face, and she didn't use a lot as well. I've tried not to use a lot as well at the moment, just because too much sometimes looks a bit too cakey. So I'm just sort of going to dot it in the same areas that she did. Okay. Alright, I think that's enough, but now I'm just going to blend it. Okay, so I finished blending all the concealer. I also just quickly went in with like a brush just to finished blending everything out. I know she, actually no, she did use a brush in it. Sorry, I thought she just used a beauty blender. But anyway, it's all blended now. So I'm going to keep watching, and I think now we start to add a bit of color to the face. So she finishes with the concealer and she starts using some blush. All right, good. She actually uses a liquid blush, and I thought that was like really interesting because I've never used one before, but I do have this one here from NARS that I've like hardly used because I didn't really use it like correctly when I bought it. But it's this like pink one here, and I'm going to try using it and I'll see if it works. She just does like 2 small dots just along her cheekbone here, and she says as well to make sure that you add it like sort of pointing upwards, just so it sort of lifts your face rather than drags it down or adds too much like redness. Anyway, I'll stop talking now and put it on. Mine obviously isn't as red as the one that she used, so hopefully it will still be all right. I think that's fine. Okay, and she uses a beauty blender actually to blend this one out, so I'll quickly do that. Okay, I think that's all nicely blended. I ended up having to add a little bit more compared to what I added at first, just to make it a little bit brighter. I do notice that hers does look maybe a little bit more red tinted, whereas mine's a bit more of a light pink, so hopefully it doesn't make too much of a difference. But anyway, I'll keep watching now. Alright, so she uses bronzer next, and I was really happy about this one because finally we have one product in common. She uses the Benefit Hoola bronzer. Sorry, I couldn't say that. And I love this bronzer a lot, and she uses it, so I thought that was very good that we had the same thing. Anyway, but she mentions that she just sort of does applies it in a bit of like almost like an E shape, just like on your forehead, just along the cheekbone here, and then on your jawline as well. But I was actually really surprised when she went in with a powder bronzer, because usually I know like a lot of like makeup artists say that you're supposed to put like a setting powder on before you start going in with powder products and stuff, but she does it and she looked really good at the end, so I guess we'll just do that then. Okay, finished all that. Let's see what she does next. Alright, so now she does some eyeshadow, and she has a really basic eyeshadow look. So she basically just gets like a nude shade, and I think I'm going to use just from this sultry palette here from Anastasia. I'm going to try using this shade here called Birch. I thought that was kind of similar to that like nude shade that she used. And she just gets like a flat brush. I'm just trying to find one that sort of matches that. Yeah, sort of like this one here. And she just kind of goes along like her like lash line here and just a little bit above. So I'll try doing that. Okay, so I finished applying the eyeshadow, and I actually really like that technique that she suggested of sort of going like a bit of like a C shape. I think it like makes the eyeshadow look really good, and the flat brush, I was actually really surprised. It ended up blending out the eyeshadow really nicely. Anyway, now she goes in with a shimmer shade. It's sort of like a pinky nude tone, and she just puts it just along like her crease. So I can quickly do that. I think I might use this shade here. I don't know, I've got two that are kind of similar, this like rose quartz one, and this pearl one here. So I think I might use, maybe I'll use the pearl one, that looks kind of similar. Anyway, I'm just gonna use the same brush because it's sort of flat like the one that she used, and I'm just gonna put it along my crease here. Sorry, I just realized I said crease, I meant to say like my inner corner. Just want to quickly fix that up. Okay, so I think that's all the eyeshadow done now. I put the glitter on my lid and I think it looks really nice. Okay, let's see what she does next. Alright, so she does her brows now and she starts off just by brushing them. So that's pretty easy, but then she also puts in some brow gel and I think she sort of does that just to sort of add a bit more, like, not volume, but just sort of make it, like, add a bit of thickness to it and make them look fuller. But I think my eyebrows already look kind of full, so I don't really want to make them look too full. So I'm just going to be using a clear brow gel, but I will be filling in my scar that I have in my eyebrow because obviously she does not have one in her eyebrow. Okay, so I've done my brows. I've always hated filling in this brow, like the scar here, because I feel this eyebrow is like a little bit thicker than this one here, and so when I fill it in, you can notice like the thickness. And I don't really want to get this one, like the thickness taken off this one, because then it will like open up the scar completely. I don't know if that makes sense, but yeah, oh well. I did it now and it doesn't look the absolute worst, but anyway, let's keep going. Okay, so now we've gotten to a point which, I mean, obviously it looks really nice and it definitely makes up that whole Selena Gomez look, but it's eyeliner. She does some eyeliner and eyeliner's my least favorite thing to do. It's just so hard to like control and like match up on both sides, but she does offer a simple technique, and that is to sort of like start like there and then go up, so like when your eye like lines up, if that makes sense, and then you just go across and then obviously fill it in. She says that when it's like daytime, she'll just do like one wing there, but then when she's going for more of like a dramatic look, she'll add like some line there. So I think I'll go for the one with it's a little bit more dramatic. But anyway, I've just got eyeliner over my hands. I'm using this eyeliner here from Huda Beauty. It's just like one, so it's like a bit like a pot, so you can like dip it in and everything to get more ink on your brush. Anyway, let's get started then. I'm very nervous. Hopefully it will look okay and I can match it up on both sides. I'm obviously right-handed, so it's easy to start on this eye for me, but let's go. That's not too bad. That's not too bad. All right. Oh, this hand is like shaking right now. I'm so nervous that I'm gonna mess it up. Okay, so I think I got the shape of it like all right. So let's just fill it in. Okay, so I just did one eye, and I'm just sort of looking at the one that she did, and I thought I did mine too thick, but now that I look at hers is actually quite thick too. So I might even just add a little bit more here, but besides that, I think it doesn't actually look too bad, especially to what I was expecting it might look like. So I might just quickly just add a little bit more thickness to it, and then I'll attempt to do the other eye, and I'm really nervous for that because like I said, it's really hard to match up both sides. Okay, so that's one eye done, and I'd say it doesn't look too bad. I've just sort of smudged it a little bit at the top there, but I've got to put on like mascara and stuff later, so I'm just gonna leave it for now. I don't really want to disturb the eyeshadow too, and I'm gonna try and do the other eye. Very scared. Okay, so I've drawn a line, and I'm really scared to keep on continuing because I can't tell if it's the same on both sides. Oh my gosh. It's not too bad, I guess. I'll see how it looks once I fill it in. Okay, so they don't look exactly the same. This one's sort of pointing down a little bit more compared to the other one, but you know what? It's probably as good as it's gonna get, and I feel like if I keep on playing around with it, it's just gonna end up with big black blotches all over with my eyes. Anyway, so she's done eyeliner, and hers looks so good. But now she goes in with a liquid highlighter. And again, I was very surprised that she went in with a liquid product after using some powders and stuff. But I do actually luckily have a liquid highlighter here. This one is from Cover FX and it's the Custom Enhancer Drops. I think you can add this into foundation if you want to add a bit of glow, but you can also use it just as a normal highlighter. So she just adds a little bit just on her cheekbones, obviously, a bit on her nose, and just like above like the lip here. She also uses a really big really big brush to blend it too, but I don't want to add too much because it's quite strong, this one. Okay, so I've done the highlighter. I started using a fluffy brush like she did, but then I had to go on with a bit more of like a buffing brush just because it started to dry up too quickly and it wasn't blending it fast enough, and I was scared that I was just gonna have like just stains of the highlight on my face. So anyway, hopefully it's all blended nicer now. But anyway, let's keep on going. I don't think there's too much to go. Oh yes, okay. So this step here, I was really like a bit surprised by. She does puts more concealer on, but I think she didn't really explain too much why she does it. She started to, but then she stopped. But I think it's supposed to just be a little bit of like a touch up. So she puts some under her eyes and just a little bit here as well. So I'm just gonna dab just a little bit on. I guess this isn't the worst idea, especially after doing eyeshadow. Sometimes eyeshadow sort of gets under your eyes and makes a bit of a stain. So just gonna go to this. Okay, so I've blended in all of that concealer. So I just noticed, looks like I've got a bit of a crease now under my chin here, probably because I didn't put any powder on like top of that, the concealer. Anyway, now she uses some blotting paper, and I actually, luckily enough, I do own some blotting paper because like I said, I do have a bit of oily skin, so sometimes like when I'm out, I like to use some just to get rid of any like really oily spots. But she puts it just basically over the areas where she put concealer, so like on her chin, her forehead, and also a bit just under her eyes. So this one here is from Fenty Beauty, if you're wondering, but I'm just going to quickly just sort of blot a little bit just around those areas. I mean, I'm pretty sure that's why she's doing it, just to get rid of any extra oils. Okay, so I've just obviously did the blotting paper, and now sort of like very late on in the makeup routine, she put some powder on her face. I just have this one, again, it's from Fenty Beauty. It's a blotting one as well, the universal blotting powder, and it comes with like a little brush thing like this, a powder thing like she uses, and she just puts it again in the same sort of areas. Okay, so now it's time for lashes. So she just uses a normal mascara, but I think she also has her lashes done already, so like got like the extensions. I obviously don't have that. So I'm going to be putting, as well as like some mascara, I'm also going to be putting some fake lashes on. These are quite like a natural style from Morphe. So I'm going to put those on too, but I'll quickly put on the mascara. Oh, no, sorry, my mistake. I need to curl my lashes first. Okay, so I finished applying the lashes, and I think the look looks a lot better now that I've put them on. I think there's only a couple more steps to go, so let's see what she does. Okay, so she puts on some lipstick. Again, she uses the one from her brand, and she uses like a bright red lipstick. I noticed that she always likes to go for a lot of like bright colors when she does her lipstick. Obviously, I do not do that because I'm not really a big lipstick user. I like a lot of like lip glosses and stuff, but I do have a red liquid lipstick here. It's from By Terry, and I'm gonna put it on. Hopefully it looks okay. She also didn't use any lip liner too, so it's gonna be a little bit tricky to make sure I stay inside the lines. Oh wow, this is very bright. Okay, so I finished putting on the red lipstick. It's very bright, to say the least, but I think there's like one more step now, and that is setting spray. Obviously a very standard step in a makeup routine, just to make sure everything stays in place. I'm going to be using this one from Urban Decay called All Nighter. In her video it looks like she used the one from her brand, but obviously I don't have that. Okay, so that is the completed look. This is Selena Gomez's makeup routine, apparently. And I don't think I really look like it. I mean, obviously it's hard for me to see because I'm obviously not really gonna see it. Let me know what you guys think on my Instagram, but I don't know. What do you think? I mean, definitely a really nice makeup look. I really like some of the tips that she put in there too. Like, I really enjoyed using this liquid blush. Like I said, I never really use it, but I feel like it gave like a really nice blush look. And there were just some other things too that I really liked. So yeah, maybe I might have to embed a couple of the steps in her routine into my routine, but yeah. Overall, I don't know if I really look like her, but I don't know, maybe you guys will think something different. Okay, so obviously I've got a few things that I need to improve on, especially my eyeliner skills. Probably could do a little bit better with that. But I had so much fun doing that. I don't know if I look exactly like Selena Gomez, but still, it was really fun to do. And I really liked a lot of those steps in her makeup routine. Okay, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to check out my Instagram at Grace's World Official, and I'll see you guys next time on Grace's Room. Bye for now.